Hello, pre-calc students taking quiz 3 for arithmetic sequences. All right, Mohammed and Li Jing were asked to find an explicit formula for the sequence. Mohammed said the formula is g of n is equal to negative 5 times 5 to the n, while Li Jing said the formula of g of n is equal to negative 5 times 5 to the n minus 1. Who was right? So what we're going to do is find our common ratio. So r would be equal to negative 25 divided by negative 5, which is equal to 5. All right, so our two ways to represent an explicit sequence is going to be an is equal to a1, all right, times r to the n minus 1, or you can have an is equal to a1 over r times r to the n. So let's plug in both of these. This would be equal to a1 is negative 5 times r is 5 to the n minus 1, or you can have a1 over 5r, which is going to be equal to negative 5 divided by 5, so it's going to be negative 1 times 5 to the n. And as you can see, both of these, negative 5 times 5 to the n minus 1, Li Jing is correct. But Mohammed's formula does match up with any of the explicit formulas sequences. And you can also plug it in. So only Li Jing is correct. Check it. That's right. Clearing annotations. What is the fourth term in the sequence? a1 is equal to negative 11. an is equal to an minus 1 times 10. So it gives us that right here that r is equal to 10. Because this is multiplying, so it's a geometric sequence. So an is equal to a1 times r to the n minus 1 power. So an is equal to a1, which is going to be 11, negative 11, times r, which is going to be 10 to the n minus 1 power. So a4 is going to be equal to negative 11 times 10 to the 4 minus 1 power. Negative 11 times 10 to the third power. So that's going to be 10 to the third is 1,000. Don't believe me? 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000 times negative 11. Negative 11,000. All right, next question. What is the next term in the sequence? Our common ratio here is going to be 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 times 5 is 50. 50 times 5 is going to be 250. So 5 times 5 is 25. 50 times 5, add the 0, 250. Vera uploaded a hilarious video of a squirrel to a Funny Videos website. is viewed 325 times on each first day. Each day since then, the number of views was equal to 25% more than the day before. All right. What type of sequence is this? This is going to be geometric because you are multiplying each term. Write an explicit formula for the sequence because remember, she starts with 320 views and it increases by 25% each time. So on the first day, she has 320 views, right? On the second day, she's going to have 320 plus a 25% increase. 1 times 1.25. The third day is going to be 320 times 1.25 times 1.25 again, because it's a 25 increase of her time on the second day. So on the nth day, it's going to be equal to A1, 320, times R, all right? Each time you are increasing by 1.25 to the n minus 1. So you have 320 times 1.25 to the n minus 1 power. Got that right? Next question. What's the next term in the geometric sequence? So, to find the next term, we need to find r, and r1 is always going to be n divided by the n minus 1 term. So that would be, let's do a2 divided by a1 here. So that's going to be negative 9/4 divided by 27/16. So if you have negative 9/4 divided by 27/16, that's equal to negative 9/4 times 16/27. So negative 9 times 16 is going to be negative 90. Negative 54. So this should be negative 144 divided by 4 times 27 is going to be 7 times 4 is 28. So it's going to be 108. Okay. So this is where it'd be helpful to get the calculator to simplify things. So I have negative 9 times 16. Negative 144 equal 4 times 27. 188 negative 444 divided by 108. We need some fraction, but if we do math, frac, that's going to be negative 4/3. Negative. So R is equal to negative 4/3. So our next term is going to be equal to 3 times negative 4/3. So 3 times negative 4, that's going to be negative 12. And then negative 12/3, so that's going to be negative 4. So next term is going to be negative 4. Complete the recursive formula for the geometric sequence 0.2, negative 1, 5, negative 25. So the first term is 0.2. All right. Then we have to say each term is equal to the previous term times what? So we need to find r here. Times, find r. Find our common ratio. So r would be equal to negative 1 divided by 0.2, or 5 divided by negative 1, or negative 25 divided by 5. Hopefully we can see our common ratio is negative 5. So this is equal to negative 5, equal to negative 5, equal to negative 5. Because each time we are multiplying by negative 5. So each term is equal to the previous term times negative 5. All right, that's quiz 3.